It was peacetime, or so they said. She lay in a pool of light under a column of swarming, neon-lit mosquitoes, naked. Her skin was blue-black, sleek as a baby seal's. She was wide awake, but perfectly quiet, unusual for someone so tiny. Perhaps in those first short months of her life, she had already learned that tears, her tears at least, were futile. I didn't feel I was obliged to write another book after I wrote The God of Small Things. But then, about 10 years ago, all the traveling and all the walking with the comrades and all this, the conversations and things I had been part of began to get complicated. And the minute it gets complicated, you turn to fiction, and fiction visited me. I mean, it's, you know, I would often, when people ask me, are you writing another book? I would just say, I'm just waiting, you know. Maybe it will visit me. Maybe these folks who come, and they came, dropping in, and then stayed on. Caste is about hierarchy and occupation, you know, so you have a society, even today in modern India, less than 5% of people will marry outside caste. And so actually what appears to be a great anarchy also has this very iron grid pressed upon it. And most of the characters in this book are somehow out of that grid for a whole lot of reasons. And through them, the grid is questioned. Every society is an unjust society, for sure. But the institutionalization of this is not questioned the way it should be questioned. Only fiction can connect the violence of gender to the violence of the occupation of Kashmir, to the violence of caste, to the beauty of poetry, to the ghettoization of language. Only fiction can do that, nothing else can. We should not forget that we are all human beings, and human beings are only one of the thousands of species that inhabit this planet, you know? And it can't be that impossible for us to understand each other.